When people talk about the worst president in United States history, names like Nixon or Andrew Johnson often come up. But historians, political experts, and presidential rankings repeatedly point to one man above all others, a president whose inaction helped push America towards civil war. His name was James Buchanan, the 15th President of the United States. Today, we're diving into why James Buchanan is widely considered the worst president in American history, what he did wrong, and how his leadership failures nearly destroyed the nation. If you enjoy deep history stories like this, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more historical documentaries and political deep dives. James Buchanan became president in 1857, at one of the most dangerous moments in American history. The country was already split in two. The North opposed slavery, the South depended on it. Tensions were exploding. Violence over slavery was already happening in places like Kansas. America needed strong leadership, clear direction, and moral courage. What it got instead was hesitation. Buchanan believed the president should avoid interfering in national conflicts, even when the country was falling apart right in front of him. Slavery was the biggest issue tearing the United States apart. Instead of trying to ease tensions or take a firm stance, Buchanan sided quietly with slave-owning Southern states, while claiming he was neutral. One of his biggest mistakes was supporting the Dred Scott Supreme Court decision, which ruled that Black Americans could not be citizens and that Congress had no power to restrict slavery. Rather than calming the nation, this decision poured gasoline on the fire. Northern states were outraged. Abolitionists became more radical. The country moved closer to war. At this point in the story, pause for a second. If you're finding this breakdown useful, hit that like button and share this video with a history lover you know. It really helps the channel grow. During Buchanan's presidency, Kansas became a battlefield. Pro-slavery and anti-slavery groups were literally killing each other to decide whether Kansas would allow slavery. Instead of protecting fair elections and peace, Buchanan supported a fraudulent pro-slavery government, ignoring the will of the people. This moment, known as Bleeding Kansas, showed Americans that the federal government could no longer be trusted to act fairly. Leadership should calm chaos. Buchanan's leadership made it worse. The final and most damaging failure came after Abraham Lincoln won the election of 1860. Southern states began seceding, openly leaving the United States. And what did President Buchanan do? Almost nothing. He claimed that secession was illegal, but also claimed the federal government had no power to stop it. So while states walked away, seized federal buildings, and prepared for war, the President of the United States stood by and watched. By the time Buchanan left office, 7 Southern states had already left the Union, and the Civil War was inevitable. Abraham Lincoln inherited a nation already on the brink of collapse. If you're still watching and enjoying this kind of deep storytelling, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more U.S. history, world history, and documentary-style videos. Most historians agree, James Buchanan didn't just fail. His failure had consequences measured in blood. The Civil War would eventually kill over 600,000 Americans. While Buchanan didn't start the war himself, his inability to lead, compromise, or act decisively allowed the crisis to spiral out of control. Leadership isn't just about avoiding mistakes. It's about acting when action is required. And Buchanan refused to act. So, was James Buchanan truly the worst president in United States history? For many historians, the answer is yes, not because he was evil, but because he was passive when America needed courage. His presidency stands as a warning. When leaders refuse to lead, history doesn't wait, it breaks. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe for more powerful history stories. Drop a comment below. Who do you think was the worst U.S. president and why? Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.